Hi everyone! So today we're gonna talk about bucket lists. The reason why I brought up the topic is because I noticed that there are people who will complain or rant on social media like how boring their lives are, or like that nothing is happening, and that they think when they die it's like that's it. That's really depressing, first of all. I always want to see the positive as much as possible. So I got inspiration from one of my mom's favorite movies. It's The Bucket List with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. And she has watched this movie like 20 times. I don't know how many times, but it's a really, really nice and inspiring story about these two old guys, you know, who don't have much time to live anymore. And so they make this list of things they want to do before they kick the bucket. You know, I made my own list actually when I was in high school, and I had like crazy things. Like I wanted to get a tattoo. You know, I wanted to go to a rock concert. Lots of stuff actually. There are quite a few things that I've been able to check off of my list. So my big tip for you if you want to start your own bucket list is to really be true to yourself. Like, kung hindi mo naman trip mag-skydive or anything like that, like extreme sports, you don't have to force yourself to write it on your list. Do things that really will make you feel like you lived a beautiful life, like the way you want it. You don't have to do extreme things, you don't have to do expensive things, you don't have to do things so far away from home. I always have this feeling like we're kind of being like pushed to want certain things. Like nung nag-Pinterest ako, parang daming options na pwedeng gawin. Like suddenly go to Paris, go to France, and all of this stuff. And then biglang I got so pressured that it's like there are so many countries in the world. It's like I can't see all of them. I mean, I don't think I can. Really pick cities or like places that you actually want to go to. Like ako, for some reason, I mean, like Tokyo, Japan, many people want to go. For me, not really. It's not really my thing. I would rather go like maybe to like Denmark or other Scandinavian countries. Ganon. Tip number 2 is to really save. If you want to be able to have the freedom, you know, financial freedom to go places, you have to prepare for it also. Maybe instead of indulging in concert tickets or Starbucks or yung Yosimo or yung ganon, you know, try to use the money instead for your bucket list. Like if you save 20 pesos a day for a month, meron ka ng ipon para sa Enchanted Kingdom. Okay? Parang ganon. 2,000 pesos a month. You have enough to go like maybe to Southeast Asia. I mean, at the end of the year, you'll have like what, 24,000 pesos. So that's enough to travel like locally, or like I said, other Southeast Asian countries, because traveling is not as expensive as we think. It always helps if you have like a friend or a relative in the country you'd like to visit, but you can just, you know, couch surf or something. Tip number 3 is to like go beyond the concept of traveling for your bucket list. A bucket list can also be things that you want to do for others. Like I wanted to donate blood to the Red Cross, and I was able to do that. That was a beautiful thing that I got to check off my bucket list. Perhaps make dinner or have a dinner party for your friends. I did one when we had our Halloween just last year, and I invited close friends, and sobrang sarap yung feeling that you get to like create a space, a spooky space, and have just fun the entire night. Tip number 4 is to write it all down. So like get a notebook that you have, put it on paper. If you want to go paperless, pwede din you can make it like your desktop to remind you what your bucket list is every day, so that you know you can plan around it. Because that's actually going now into my 5th tip, which is to schedule it. So once you have this thing that you want to do, you have to make sure that you really put a deadline to it. Or when would you like to achieve it? You want to do it when you're now, this year? Do you want to do it in your 30s or your 40s? Is there something you want to achieve by the time you're 60 years old? You know, if we put a timeline to it, or if you put a scheduled date, you are more likely to do it. So ang ginagawa ko, personally, I really use Google Calendar, and I make sure that I have at least one thing on my bucket list that I can do like every month or every 2 months, para I have something to look forward to. Kasi minsan talaga sobrang monotonous yung buhay ko. Na sobrang boring na, wala akong motivation. You really owe it to yourself to make it happen, not just by dreaming it, but to actualizing it as well. So use Google Calendar. It's really, really useful. Tip number 6 is to share it with a friend. Share it with a friend because it's really good to have someone to like check up on you and say, hey, have you done this already? Or like, have you checked this thing off your bucket list? You know, para may accountability din. Someone to remind you of the things you want to achieve. Kasi minsan when work and children and family and husband and boyfriend and, you know, and all of these just pile up, it can get really overwhelming and you kind of forget the things or the dreams that you have, but you should not, okay? So your friend will help you keep yourself accountable for reaching your bucket list, you know, checking things off. Also really nice to have a friend to do them with, or to have a family member to do, you know, somebody special to do your bucket list items, because I personally experienced like going to Thailand and then being on top of this really high skyscraper and like 360 view of Bangkok, and it was beautiful. But then I was alone for quite a while, and then I realized it's actually nicer when you have somebody to share it with. You can also share it by making a vlog or like sharing it on your social media, what you're doing. It's not really to show off. It's more to just let your friends know what you're doing and to encourage them to also try to live life a little more fully. I mean, I know it might be hard for some because it's like, wala akong pera, wala akong ipon, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, tip number 2 is really to put money aside and try as much as possible to like just keep it for your own bucket list. Don't let other people touch it. It's really like your own savings, okay? Something sacred. I mean, you owe it to yourself. You really deserve to have a beautiful life. Because when a person is happy, that person can project happiness really outward, and then other people around really can feel the difference, that you emanate such positivity, and that's being human, isn't it? And then I'll leave you with my 7th tip, which is to go with the flow. When I say that, you know, sometimes dreams can change, bucket list items might not seem so interesting anymore. So it's okay if certain things, like example, I have a bucket list item to see My Chemical Romance live, and lo and behold, some years ago they disbanded and my heart was crushed. So I know that this item will never be checked off, though I'm still wishing, please. Grabe, sana magka-reunion sila. But anyway, going back, I really, really think it's much healthier to just go with who you are as a person also. Like maybe this year, you're a little bit more adventurous, so maybe for the year's bucket list items, do more things that are, you know, that get your adrenaline rushing. And maybe the next year you feel like you're more chill, maybe you're entering the tito stage of your life and you want more chill things, go to museums, enjoy different coffee shops, have a coffee collection, or I don't know. I will read to you what I have, like 5 things I want to accomplish in the near future. First of all, I want to bake a vegan cheesecake. Kasi I'm off gluten, I'm off dairy right now, and like to make a vegan cheesecake, I think that would be amazing. Kasi I love to bake, but I have never tried a cheesecake. And then for year 2019, I really want to read 12 books. That's my goal. Last year I was able to do it, so I want to read 12 books this year. I would love to donate my hair. I've been growing my hair really long. My friends notice it's really long because it used to be short. So I'm waiting until it's like 12 inches. So I'm not dyeing my hair, I'm not putting any chemicals. I'm actually using as much as possible organic shampoo. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to see someday the Northern Lights. I don't know, it just calls to me. Ever since I watched Balto as a child, I like seeing the Northern Lights. It's something I want to do. It doesn't matter if it's in Russia, Alaska, I don't know, I don't care, as long as I see those Northern Lights. The last thing on my bucket list that I have here is to write a story. I really want to write a short story or like this short novel. Ever since I was young, I have loved to express myself through writing. Creative writing is something very dear to me. I'm even teaching it to a grade 6 level right now for 3 years. This is my 3rd year teaching creative writing. And I really feel it in my heart. Someday, I'm gonna publish something. And I really look so forward to doing that. That's the beauty of having a bucket list. You get so excited to live your life. You're looking forward to things that have not happened, but you know you're gonna make them happen. And look at me. I'm smiling from ear to ear because after reading all of those things off my list, I'm planning. I'm just excited. I'm excited to live. So I really hope that you take time to write your own bucket list. And don't worry, like I said, hindi naman kailangan social yung bucket list mo as long as it makes you happy. Like, what is on your bucket list? I want to know. Please comment it down below. And yeah. Alright, then I'll see you guys next time. I'm noticing that it's a little bit difficult to like shoot and edit and post every Sunday. So, feeling ko magiging 2 times a month yung mga vlogs ko. Sometimes I'm also posting on my teacher Melissa Facebook. So I'm right now going through like a challenge series where I love to accept challenges from co-teachers or students. So check that out. I'll leave the link in the description. Okay? Then, enjoy making your bucket list. Take your time, reflect, and enjoy life. Okay? Bye, friends!